Good morning everyone, I hope you're all very well. So today I'm going to show you how to arrange this week's beautiful bunch called Hazy Days. So cool because of its calm, tranquil, meditative colours that all work beautifully together. As ever, do make sure to have your vase about a third full with room temperature water, and of course use your very important flower food, and then make sure to trim an inch off the end of all of your stems, like so. Very important, it allows more water into the stem. Super, so to arrange this bunch, we're gonna start with our roses and we're gonna arrange them evenly around the edge of the vase and make sure to pluck off any lower leaves that might go below the waterline. So I'm gonna very soothingly put these around the outside. And it's always nice to start with your roses or your focal flowers around the edge because they're the shorter ones, and we can then work our way into the middle. And then we've got some lovely rosemary, which of course smells very remarkable, and I love the sort of silvery green of its leaves. And we're then just gonna face these opposite each other, and they just give a nice structural element to the bunch, although it looks a bit peculiar at the moment, but it will look great. And then we've got our nice spiky, bushy eryngium that I'm going to create a square with the rosemary. So it's kind of gonna go perpendicular with the rosemary. And what we're doing is we're starting with our shorter flowers around the edge, working our way into the middle with some of our taller flowers. So I've now got my gladioli, which is in bud, and it's a lovely white colour. I'm now going to create an even triangle with my gladioli using the stem grid for support. So I've created a nice structural grid here, and the gladioli will now stand up, should now stand up in an even triangle quite well, except for that one. Go on. There we go. So that's now our taller flowers working our way into the middle. And then my nice delicate Lisianthus should work in a similar way. So I'm going to be able to add this to the very middle and stand that upright as well. Now for some agapanthus, which is beautifully in season, some of the first of the season, and I can just dot that throughout. And what's quite nice about agapanthus, it doesn't have a whole load of leaves running up the stem, so it slots in very nicely without too much difficulty. And then to finish off this arrangement, you've either got some popping irises that pop open after 3 or 4 days, or some very lovely alliums. I'm going to use irises, and again, we just want to dot those throughout, and they don't have a lot of leaves on them. So again, as long as you're roughly spacing them evenly, then that should work well. And there we go, a beautiful arrangement. I love the blues and whites of it. Very relaxing, it just soothes you looking at it. Your roses may have some slightly browning outer guard petals that you can pluck off if you want, but I think they're very nice and add a nice sort of vintagey look to it. So here's this beautiful arrangement now, fully arranged, looking great, and here's what it's going to look like in about a week when your gladioli and irises and agapanthus have burst into life.